The page feels empty for a reason. A piano lead sheet is not a broken piano arrangement. It is a compact map. It gives you the melody, the chord symbols, lyrics or form cues when they matter, and enough structure to build a performance. What it does not give you is every left-hand voicing, every bass note, every inner voice, or every rhythmic pattern. That missing detail is the job of the pianist. That is the useful middle ground in this Melogen guide. If you come from full piano notation, a lead sheet may look unfinished. If you play mostly by ear, it may feel formal. The practical rule is simple. Read the melody as written, read the chord symbols as harmony instructions, and choose a left-hand texture that fits the tempo, style, and your current skill level. A lead sheet tells you what the song is. The pianist decides how that song becomes a playable piano texture. Start with the anatomy. The melody ends the tune the listener recognizes, but you still decide fingering, phrasing, and register. Chord symbols name the harmony under the melody, but you decide the voicing, inversion, bass note, spacing, and color tones. Lyrics or cues tell you where the text or form lands, but you decide breathing, pacing, and section changes. Slash notation tells you to keep time or comp through a harmony, but you choose the rhythm pattern and left-hand shape. Repeats and endings show the form, but you must navigate the transitions. That is why lead sheets work for jazz standards, pop songs, worship music, teaching material, singer-songwriter demos, and rehearsal charts. They are light enough to read quickly, but open enough to require musical judgment. Read melody first, then harmony. The melody gives you range, phrase length, and rhythm identity. If you skip it and jump straight to the chords, you can build an accompaniment that is technically correct but fights the tune. Saying your prayer, play the melody alone first. Then mark chord changes that land on strong beats. Choose the simplest left-hand voicing that supports the melody. Add rhythm only after the harmony feels clear. Finally, decide whether the style needs a fuller arrangement or a lighter comping pattern. When you turn symbols into piano texture, start small. For beginner practice, melody plus root position triads can be enough, but avoid left-hand jumps that break the pulse. For singer accompaniment, use softer voicings under the vocal line and do not cover the singer's melody. For a jazz standard, shell voicings, sevenths, and guide tones may be better than playing every chord tone in the same register. For a pop ballad, broken chords or stevie patterns can work, but overfilling every beat makes the trot feel heavy. For fast rehearsal, clear roots and form markings are usually more useful than fancy voicings that slow the read. The real skill is deciding how much to play. A lead sheet is not asking you to fill every empty space. It is asking you to support the song. Now, watch the common mistakes. First, do not treat chord symbols as exact voicing instructions. Maj 7 names the harmony. It does not command one specific register, inversion, spacing, or rhythm. Second, do not ignore form. Repeats, first and second endings, codas, and section labels matter as much as the notes. Third, do not over-arrange too early. Start with melody and plain support, then add better voicings and style. Fourth, do not assume every lead sheet can automatically become a complete piano arrangement. Some notation can be digitized, but left-hand re-elevation usually needs a player or arranger to make musical choices. Format choice matters too. If your next job is to learn the tune quickly, the lead sheet is the right source because melody and chords are visible without a dense arrangement. If you need a precise piano part, use a full piano score because both hands are written out. If you need notation editing in MuseScore, Durico, or Sibelius, MusicXML is useful because measures, voices, clefs, and cymbals stay editable. If you need to hear a rough playback, MIDI is useful because timing and pitch are fast to audition. If you need to analyze song structure, a lead sheet plus form cues keeps chords and sections easy to scan. This is where Melogen fits, without overstating the product. If a lead sheet is trapped in a static PDF, scan, or image, Melogen PDF to MusicXML can help move visible notation into editable or analyzable material. It does not invent the final left-hand comping pattern. Choose the tastiest voicings, or replace the pianist's sense of groove. Use a simple practice workflow. Play or sing the melody by itself. Clap the rhythm and mark phrase endings. Play root notes under the melody. Upgrade roots to symptotriads or seventh chords. Choose one accompaniment pattern that fits the tempo. Check the form including repeats, endings, bridge, tags, and coda. Then record a slow pass and listen for places where the accompaniment crowds the melody. That workflow works because it separates reading from arranging. First, you understand the lead sheet. Then you decide how piano-like the realization should become. Before you call a lead sheet ready, check 4 things. Can you play the melody without stopping? Can you name the chord changes at phrase boundaries? Can you follow repeats and endings without guessing? Can your left hand support the song without covering the melody? If those answers are yes, you have a workable lead sheet performance. The polish comes next. Better voicings, cleaner rhythm, stronger form awareness, and a musical arrangement that still respects the chart. This is the official Melogen AI channel. Subscribe for practical music knowledge, piano workflows, notation cleanup, music theory, and better ways to use AI in music work. Melogen AI offers music tools and AI music models for musicians, educators, and creators. Visit melogenai.com to try Melogen in your own workflow.